Over the past few years, I've become obsessed with cracking the code to success and demystifying what it really takes to live a world-class life. Along the way, I've researched about 400 plus millionaires, billionaires, government leaders, and industry titans to figure out how the average person can live an extraordinary life. Here are just a few of the habits that super successful people recommend you avoid at all costs. 1. Working too hard. I know this might not make immediate sense to some of you, but I promise you that this is, bar none, one of the worst habits that most people believe is actually beneficial. Let me explain. During my time as a professional podcaster, I've interviewed hundreds of millionaires and hyper-successful type of people. With a few rare exceptions, most of them said that working too hard, like working 16 hours a day for years on end, is actually a terrible habit. Here's why. Working long hours is actually detrimental to productivity. Your brain needs time to rest and reset so that it can figure out problems and come up with unique solutions. This can only be achieved by striking a balance between work and play. After a certain point, working more is about vanity, not lifestyle. Once you net $10,000 a month, especially if it's residual income from a business you own, extra money won't do that much to improve your lifestyle. That time would be better spent with family and friends or pursuing other interests. Working too hard is bad for your health and inevitably leads to burnout and anxiety. It's simply not sustainable in the long run. It's better to spend 5 years working 9 hours, day 5 days, week than 3 years working 16 hours a day 7 days a week and then falling into severe anxiety. Work hard, yes, but don't spend so much time trying to make a living that you forget to make a life. 2. Watching the news. Let me ask you something. When you last watched the news, how did your life change? When you listened to CNN or Fox News talk about the Kavanaugh case, did it impact your life directly? Were you able to make a difference in the trial? Did you have any control over the outcome? Of course not. Watching the news is the ultimate waste of time. You aren't informing yourself. You're buying into a load of hyped-up bullshit designed to keep you scared and distract you from the realities in your life. If you must stay up to date on the news, download the Associated Press and skim headlines every evening after your work is done. I've never met a successful person who watches the news on a regular basis. It's simply not a useful way to spend your time. 3. Reading self-help material. You didn't expect this one, did ya? Well, allow me to explain what I mean. There is a fundamental difference between reading self-help material and using self-help material. Reading an endless stack of books without ever taking action on what you learn is the ultimate waste of time because it gives you the illusion of hard work and progress without requiring any real effort. Instead, I recommend that you follow the 1-to-3 ratio. For every 1 hour of consuming self-help material, spend 3 hours implementing it and taking action. Only read books that are hyper-relevant to your current problems. Ironically, reading too many self-help books can make you feel like you have more problems than you really do. Use self-help like medication and only turn to it when you have a problem or need the information to find a specific solution. Most self-help books are redundant as hell. Stick to classics like Awaken the Giant Within, The Rockefeller Habits, and Way of the Superior Man. Most new books provide little insight into new strategies and tactics. Yes, you should read a lot, but don't allow reading to be the only form of action you take. Education is only worth a damn if you implement it. 4. Waking up early. If you are one of those who actually enjoy waking up with the sunrise and find that you naturally wake up early feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the day, then do it. But if you are forcing yourself to rise earlier than your body wants just so you can wear some weird badge of honor, I've got news for you. You aren't accomplishing anything. Many studies have shown that there is no difference in socioeconomic standing between people who are morning larks and night owls. It doesn't matter what hour you wake up, only what you do with those hours. Wake up when you feel ready, and when your body is fully recovered, you'll perform far better than when you deprive yourself of sleep to join the 5 a.m. club. 5. Drinking alcohol. Plain and simple. Getting drunk is the dumbest habit you can follow. It drains your wallet, kills your liver, and makes you act like an idiot. If you don't have the success you desire, and you're getting plastered every week, you need to rethink your priorities. 6. Chasing perfection. We as a society have become so obsessed with perfection that anything below perfect is a failure. We want perfection in everything, and that kills everything. You ask how? You did not start that music lessons because you think you can't be perfect or you are too bad to begin with. You did not start your writing journey because your write-ups are very amateur and not perfect and no one really happens to like them. You are not working out because your body is way too out of shape to be made perfect. You are putting all things to be done magically on a single magical date. On that single magical day that will be the first perfect day of your life, And thereafter there will be nothing less than perfect, and you will turn around your current sluggish behaviors. Mind you, that too overnight. No process. No learning curve. What happens in this behavior to turn around everything in a single day is as soon as one thing we decided did not go as we would have imagined. As per the definition of perfect, we are demotivated to carry forward the upcoming tasks, and the perfect day turns into a nightmare again. Stop chasing perfectly perfect and start doing perfect enough. Start those music lessons. Be bad, very bad at the start, and learn your way through. Go to the gym with the perfect bodies around. Understand the process of getting there, the grind and failures required, and begin today. Write that one unfinished piece you are trying to write for a long. Show it to a friend and let them review and improve. Settling for perfect enough is the best. Oftentimes we are so obsessed with the perfectly perfect that we kill our happiness. Start putting the focus on the process. Make failing a part of your learning. Try and try. And the first magical day of your perfect enough life is today. Do that one thing that you always wanted to do. Just start it then and there, and then be a little lazy. Because this is just the first day and a long journey ahead, and by doing the first task today, you already achieved the perfect enough title for today.